Look at my face. Look at my face. I'm a white man, okay? I'm a white man who loves Israel. I think Israel is great. See, this is anti-Semitic. This kind of attitude is not allowed in this community, okay? There you go. If you want to know what real anti-Semitism look like, it's that. Please. Look at my face. Look at my face. I'm a white man, okay? I'm a white man who loves Israel. I think Israel is great. See, this.
Jesus.
Why'd you let a houthi on your stream and continue to cozy up to him, not asking any useful or hard-hitting questions, all this while having criticisms of Voldemort's platforming of Nick Fuentes and others? Yeah, there you go. Classic take. Hey, why did you let a Yemeni teenager on your stream and ask him questions about his like daily existence and experiencing a genocide?
So to be clear, when he was on, it wasn't just a Yemeni teenager. It was a guy who advertised himself as a Houthi. Hasan called him a Houthi. And then when he was on, the guy even alluded to hanging out with the hostages, I think, who were being given drugs, and Hasan was giggling along like a fucking retard the entire time, to be clear.
While also criticizing Bonercelli platforming and cozying up to an actual active American neo-Nazi who had dinner with the former president. A 19-year-old teenager in Yemen, a survivor of genocide, is the arch terrorist versus a neo-Nazi leader in the United States of America that had dinner with the former president. Why'd you let a houthi on your stream and continue to cozy up?
Good one.
Twitter.
Oh, nice. They removed the Twitch post. 4,000 comments, 17,000 upvotes. Unfortunately, your post has been removed because it breaks the following rules. Clickbait. I wonder if Twitch requested personally, if somebody from Twitch DM'd Stale and said, you need to take this down. Unreal. Oh, this is him streaming? Nice. You know they can't ban him, right? Because if they ban him for like Houthi shit, they'd have to admit that they're like not great people, and then Hasan would get in trouble for platforming him, right? They deleted the clips a few hours ago, full damage control. I hope people are rehosting it.
Twitter.
Why do you keep linking me this? Where is the, what was I even supposed to go over today? Fuck me, dude. I've seen some of this Elon shit. I don't know how much is real or not. The America PAC shit, where supposedly Elon's, well, I don't know if it's his PAC or a PAC that he's just contributing to, where supposedly they were sending, like basically opposite ad messages to different people, like telling Muslims that Kamala's pro-Israel and then telling Jews that Kamala's pro fucking Muhammad. Sinwar, salute. Nice. We don't want war or fighting because it costs lives, and our people deserve peace. For long periods, we tried peaceful and popular resistance. We expected that the world, free people, and international organizations would stand by our people and stop occupation from committing crimes and massacring our people. Unfortunately, the world stood by and watched. Quoted as the butcher of Khan Yunis. Have we seen Kevin O'Leary defend Trump's tariff plan? Oh, God.
I don't really understand why he keeps going back.
Okay, this is the only current... Oh, God.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is... Bro, are we about...
هل أنت جزء من الحوثيين؟
What? Yemeni.
Yeah, I know you're Yemeni, but are you a member of the Houthis? I'll have the thing ask it again.
هل أنت جزء من الحوثيين؟
الحوثيين يمنيين.
You're Houthi and Yemeni.
الحوثي يمني.
All right. All right, everyone. I hope you were recording that.
I don't even know what the fuck he's saying.
هل أنت جزء من
According to an Arab friend, the second clip is mistranslated. Oh, okay. Well.
But the kind
To this well of more and more and
He's saying Houthis are Yemenis. Gotcha.
more tariffs.
Let me explain why. Let's take China. Let's take an example that every American understands, TikTok. Everybody knows TikTok. American people made a decision in Congress to ban it on midnight, Jan 19th. The supreme leader of China said, no, we're going to use your court systems to litigate the American people so that doesn't happen. I can't do that in China. The supreme leader would never let me do that. I can't protect my IP there. Chinese have been screwing my 45 businesses for 35 years. I like the idea of going to war with China with tariffs to change behavior.
But it didn't change behavior. All it did was hurt
Because we've
American
had
companies.
weak leadership that doesn't know how to implement.
This is the same leadership. It was Trump who
it
launched
started
the
with
trade war
Biden,
with...
then it was Clinton saying, let's democratize China, let's show them democracy, and they'll play fair and they'll play fair.
But to Catherine's point,
It's
she's
time
saying,
to raise tariffs to China to 400%.
Trump already raised tariffs on China.
Not enough.
There have been many studies showing that U.S. companies and consumers are the ones who bore the cost.
Academic study. I'm doing real business in China. I'm actually doing business there.
Yeah.
I'm actually working
American
there. There's no
companies,
academics in my
where do you
company.
think they buy their inputs from?
Let me explain something to you.
From China.
The Chinese
It
steal
hurts
my
American-
IP. They
Who is this lady? Yes, who is this? Hello? They actually brought a real fucking debater, a debate archetype onto these shows one time. The only time.
U.S. companies and consumers are the ones who bore the cost.
academic study. I'm doing real business in China. I'm actually doing business there.
Yeah.
I'm actually working
American
there. There's no
companies,
academics in my
where do
company.
you think they buy their inputs from?
Let me explain something to you.
From China.
The Chinese
It
steal
hurts
my
American-
IP. They make the same product with the molds that I
True.
pay for there. They
Okay.
ship them
That's a DGG or archetype. Hell yes.
into this country under a different brand. I don't like it anymore, and I've been trying to solve this
If
for
you
30
tariff
years.
everything from China at
There's no
60%,
academic in my world. I'm
you're going to be
doing business
paying
in
more
my
for the
world.
stuff
let
you
Catherine
buy.
finish
You're
her
going to be
thought real
paying
quick
more for the stuff you buy. They knew even in the 1600s
wrong.
that you should
I'm
not
not
tariff
buying-
inputs.
Kevin, let's
Let's just take a yoga
Every
mat.
American.
Kevin,
For
just let her
400%
finish.
tariff on a yoga mat, we'll make it Vietnam, or make it India, or make it America. We won't buy anything from China. And the
It will
Supreme
still
Leader
be
will
more
come-
expensive.
He'll come
It
to New
will
York.
be more expensive.
No.
Absolutely, it
We
would
won't
be.
buy it from there.
It'll be more. Why do we buy it? Please, her next question needs to be, Kevin, why do you think we buy it from there now? Please let that be the next question.
Wait,
What do you mean we won't
but
buy
also-
it from there?
Hold on 1 second.
No. Why do we buy it from there now, Kevin?
Because I get the
Why
back
are you
and
raising
forth,
the price?
But Kevin,
Yeah. Why? Yes. Why are we buying it from there now?
you're having a different. This is always what happens when we talk about Trump and the economy. People come on here.
Trump.
Hang on.
Talking about
No,
Trump.
just hang on. People come on the show and then they defend a different economic policy than the one that Trump is advocating. He says in the clip, "What am I going to do? Negotiate with China or Mexico?" He doesn't want to negotiate. He says you're not going
True.
to get anything from them. Okay, that's what he says. He does not want to negotiate. Also, the question I asked you is, where is the rest of the plan? Where is the rest of the economic plan?
Well, why don't you just look at his track record for the last the term that he had, no inflation, fantastic wage growth. I mean, look, he actually sat in the seat at the
You
White
forget
House.
2020.
You may not like what he did. You may
President
not like
Trump
him,
was president in
but I don't
2020.
remember 9% inflation when he was.
I remember 18% unemployment. I mean,
Oh, because he was. If you want to have the no inflation meme, then you need to eat the unemployment meme as well. You can't have the pros of COVID. You can't go, we had no immigration under COVID. And they'd be like, what about the fact that like we lost like a quarter of our workforce? Oh, that was COVID. No fair. Why can't whoever this is, she just needs to be on every single one of these? Or maybe these mainstream shows are better and I just don't know. I just don't watch enough.
Growth. I mean, look, he actually sat in the seat at the
You
White
forget
House.
2020.
You may not like what he did. You may
President
not like
Trump
him,
was president in
but I don't
2020.
remember
Notice how he doesn't respond to a single thing she says for any of it.
9% inflation when he was.
I remember 18% unemployment. I mean, I remember.
What happened when that was going on?
Oh, a pandemic that he bungled.
Are you saying he created the virus?
No, but he.
That's not what she said. Did you not hear? Did bungled? Does that mean created? Where is he from? Maybe they didn't do past, I don't know, 4th grade vocabulary. Does bungled mean created? Mishandled a situation means you created a situation. Is that what that means?
Employment. I mean, I remember.
What happened when that was going on?
Oh, a pandemic that he bungled.
Are you saying he created the virus?
No, but he absolutely made it worse.
How?
By lying about the risk, by telling people not to get tested, don't get tested.
You're saying he should have personally cured the virus as.
Is that what she said? Who are these people? This is not the. Why are these? This is what I mean when I say, like, I don't know why these people are allowed to speak to anybody. Padded cells forever. What are you even saying? Like, hey, we need to go to Walmart. Really? What are you gonna do? Fucking walk there? It's 10 miles away. No, we can drive a car. Really? What are you gonna do? Crash the car into a brick wall? No, I'll probably just like follow the road rules and drive like an ordinary driver. Really? What are you, fucking NASCAR? No, I'm just like an ordinary driver who's not gonna get into an accident. Really? You don't think any ordinary driver's ever gotten into an accident in their entire life? No, I don't think I said any of that at all. Really? You haven't been speaking?
By lying about the risk, by telling people not to get tested, don't get tested.
You're saying he should have personally cured the virus as.
No,
the president.
I'm saying he should have given his tests to Americans rather than to
She did not say that. I mean, but okay.
I'm sorry. This idea that somehow because Trump was the president that the virus has political proclivities and decided to prolong itself has been crazy.
No.
Crazy how more red fat fucks died during the what was the conservative that said that? It's kind of weird how the COVID virus is killing more red voters than blue voters, guys, right? Isn't that? It is kind of weird. Isn't that kind of weird how that happened? Maybe it was a political virus. Who the fuck knows?
Because Trump was the president, that the virus has political proclivities and decided to prolong.
Like, why? Who is the CEO of CNN? Fuck CNN, actually. Fuck this news network. Why are you inviting this fucking moron on? Like, this is a wasted slot. Every single word that he says is a waste of time, and you're destroying anybody that's listening to this channel, because instead of listening to somebody actually talk about the issues, you have this fucking retard who's consuming oxygen for no reason. Why?
Has been crazy.
No. You don't think leadership mattered at all?
The virus? No, I don't actually.
You don't?
You don't think leadership mattered at all? Then why are you voting for Trump? Then why support him? You don't think leadership mattered whatsoever? What an outlandish statement. Sorry.
But he's decided to prolong itself. Has been crazy.
No. You don't think leadership mattered at all?
The virus? No, I don't actually.
You don't?
I don't believe the virus.
You don't think it matters? You don't think it matters?
I don't think the virus responded to politicians. You don't think any... No. Okay. It's okay. Sorry.
Trump withheld various kinds of testing kits and PPE from states that were asking for it, and then he told them to go buy it themselves. And then
you think that was the mask? Is that what you think?
And then he out. Bid them for it, so they couldn't buy it. And then he sent it to Putin.
No, I was talking about virus.
I do want to get back to the.
Like, hold on. You guys don't understand this as well, okay?
And then he
hold
outbid
on.
them for it, so they couldn't buy it. And then he sent it to Putin.
No, I was talking about virus.
This is abuse. This environment here is abuse. You understand this, right? You have like sane, rational people that exist in the real world, and you have to have conversations with people that are goofy fucking clowns. You have to have conversations with insane people that will gaslight you over the most insane shit in the fucking universe, and you're just supposed to pretend this is a normal conversation, right? Nothing about this conversation is ordinary or normal. This is insane. The fact that you have to sit here and listen to a guy say, I think that somebody could have probably handled the situation with the virus better. What, you think Trump should have personally fucking cured it? No, I don't think I said that at all. I just think better leadership would have helped. Do you think the leadership mattered at all? No, I don't actually think any leader would have mattered at all. I don't think it would have done anything.
I do want to get back to the economic
you are implicitly by
question here,
pretending it didn't
Scott,
happen.
Republicans keep saying that this election is about the economy. Now, I guess it's maybe also about immigration, but it is about the economy when you ask voters. And again, like, I'm wondering, what else is Trump planning on doing, and can he articulate
Well,
it?
to me, I think it's a great question, and it needs to be fleshed out. I think we should probably play the clip, though, of Harris from the Chicago.
What? Sorry, I'm done. Okay, hold on. I got to use the restroom. I'm sorry. I can't. I hate this country. No. I don't hate this country. I hate half the people in it right now. I'm sorry. I have to use the restroom. Hold on.
And can he articulate
Well,
it?
to me, I think it's a great question, and it needs to be fleshed out. I think we should probably play the clip, though, of Harris from the Chicago Economic Club. Do we not have it? Because she didn't show up to talk. So here's what I think. He's going to extend the tax cuts. He's going to rein in the federal government and the
Rein in the federal government means nothing. Tax cuts is more deficit spending.
burdensome regulatory state, which he can now do because of the Supreme Court.
Overburdensome regulatory state means nothing. Can now do because of the Supreme Court. I don't know what he thinks the federal government can do differently, unless he's talking about the overruling of Chevron. But I'm pretty sure that just took away discretion from the federal government. So I'm pretty sure Chevron gives the federal government even less leeway. So I don't know how that is supposed to help him, unless there's something else the Supreme Court did that I'm not sure.
And he's going to take on these countries that screw American workers. That's the plan. And by the way, he's going to crack down on immigration to the benefit of American workers.
He's going to deport 20 million people, the people who pick your crops, the people who process your meat, the people who, care for your grandmother, the people who serve all sorts of critical functions in this country. Yeah, he's going to deport a lot of people, and that's going to worsen the economy. In fact, there have been, like a dozen different independent economic analyses from Goldman Sachs, AEI, Brookings, Nomura, Peterson Institute. All of them find...
If you want to run on more illegal immigration as a Democrat, go ahead. I just don't think it's going to work in the election.
He wants to deport 20... I'm not done with his... I know what his economic policy is because he has talked about it. He doesn't understand how any of it would work, but he has talked about it. He wants 10% global tariffs, which would worsen inflation. He wants to deport 20 million people, which would worsen inflation and reduce growth. He wants to politicize the Federal Reserve, which would worsen inflation. He wants to devalue the dollar, which would worsen inflation.
And after all that,
all of these things.
The American population wants that economy back.
How is that a response? How is that a response? Never mind. I thought she was smart. She was an idiot. Because if she was an intelligent person, she would I can't say it. I would myself after sitting next to these fucking retards.
What do you say to that?
I say that we should be talking about what the policies are.
They're just too dumb.
It's all about messaging.
No, it's because we don't talk
a lot
about
of people don't understand, Kevin, what
Because we don't talk about it. Because we don't talk about it, she says, and then they continue to not talk about it. Notice how they haven't responded substantively to any of the things that she said. Notice how there was zero response, right, from any of the, I don't know who this guy is, the staple, the DEI conservative, and then you've got Kevin O'Leary, the number one fucking scammer piece of shit. Is O'Leary, that's an Irish name, right? I can't even attribute it to fucking Jewish scamming from investment shit. Like, what did he make his fucking money off of? I never know if these guys are even representing their real political opinions or not, or if it's like a fucking show for trying to get people to be fans of them. What is he? He's Canadian? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck did he make his money off of? Because he's a billionaire, isn't he? Or am I making that up? Wait, Kevin O'Leary, net worth. Oh, 400 million. It's still pretty wealthy. Business career. Okay, don't care about this. Soft key. Company is a publisher and distributor of CD-based personal computer software for Windows and Macintosh computers. Hello?
Hey.
Hi, what's up? I'm on a short time span. What's up?
Sure. So I was thinking about some of the benefits that would occur under a Trump presidency. And we all know that he wants to cause mass deportation.
Okay.
Do you think it would be worth voting for Trump if it would mean Hasan would get deported back to Turkey?
Unfortunately, I don't think so, because when conservatives talk about deportation, they just do it in a very racist manner. And since Hasan is one of the whitest people in this country, he'd be one of the last to be deported. So,
what if, like, Trump publicly said the first thing he would do, like, executive order as president, would be to deport Hasan? Would you vote for him then?
I'd have to think about it a lot.
Yeah, that would kind of make me want to vote for Trump. Like, there's a lot of bullshit that goes along with it, but Hasan going back to Turkey, that'd be pretty fucking sweet.
Well.
All right. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe you can talk to, what's her name? Who's that chick who was banging Trump?
Oh, Laura Loomer?
Yeah, maybe you could convince her to convince Trump to deport Hasan.
Shoot her a DM and I'll see if she's interested, okay?
All right, sure, thanks. All right, take care, dude.
Have fun, be careful. Was it this soft key business, I guess, is what he made most of his money off of early on. My guess. Okay, I don't know his background.
Inflation.
After all that,
all of these
half
things.
the American population wants that economy back. What do you say to that?
I say that we should be talking about what the policies are.
They're just too dumb to
It's all about
No,
messaging.
it's because we don't talk
Because a lot
about
of people don't understand, Kevin, what tariffs are. They see it as this great punishment to.
Hold on. Wait. Is he?
China that we're going to do. He says he's going to raise it up. He said today 2,000% tariffs on China. Here's the thing.
Oh, he is. It is actually him. You're right. Fuck you.
Punishment to China that we're going to do. He says he's going to raise it up. He said today 2,000% tariffs on China. Here's the thing. It punishes the American importer. The Chinese are paid. Once you pay for those molds, the Chinese have put that money in their pocket, and then you are charged for the tariffs when you're bringing your molds in. So, and then hold on, just one other point that he said.
Moving back to
They did.
But one other point.
They did
One
not.
other point.
They did not do
Another point
that.
is he says that's going to incentivize people to come back. That's pie in the sky. If I give 2,000% tariffs on China, it's going to force all these people to come back. No, I'm for American jobs.
You know what-
And
you know what-
that's
you know what
why I
jobs
support.
Americans
That's
work
why I
in?
support Kamala Harris, and I supported President.
You know what jobs
Biden
Americans
because
work in?
they brought manufacturing.
Oh my God, what's she trying to say?
Well,
And
You know
that's
what
why I
jobs
support.
Americans
That's
work
why I
in?
support.
What jobs do Americans work in? They work in IT, they work in tech, they work in added value at the end of a long supply chain of basic manufacturing. That's what she's trying to say.
Kamala Harris, and I supported President
know what jobs
Biden
Americans
because
work
they brought
We get it.
manufacturing back.
Let
But
her-
President Trump didn't. The tariffs that he's talking about is not going to incentivize
We
anybody
get it,
else
we
to
get
go,
it,
"Oh
we
my
get it."
goodness, I'm not going to want to pay those tariffs, so I'm going to build this plant here in
I
America.
actually agree with
It's
you
not
on tariffs
because
as our European allies, but not with China, because unfortunately I live in the real world and not all of you are doing business. China, like I am, they cheat, they steal, they don't play by the
Well,
level
I don't
playing
think
field.
Then why are you doing business over there?
Right,
Are
but
you,
yet you're
are you
doing
going
business
to
there.
invest in a
True.
business
You're
that
doing
makes
business there.
nails? Are you going to invest in a business that makes all of the low value inputs that we buy
I'm a
from
lowly
China?
business.
Thank you. Yes. We don't want to do that basic manufacturing. We want to do the higher level, the more added value manufacturing.
No, because they don't have any value add.
Yes.
The Biden tariffs on China?
No.
So
I've been very, very
so
critical of
since
those.
Harris is running on that, how do you view the difference between their postures?
I think her tariffs, which are in fact a continuation of Biden tariffs, are dumb ideas. I think that we have lots of evidence.
Notice how he's like, I got the kill shot. Because in his mind, he's like, okay, well, I would support Trump. Even if he were to rape my family alive right in front of me, I would still support Trump. So I'm going to ask her a policy that Trump has about Harris, and it's going to ruin her day. Because if she supports Harris, she must support Harris like I support Trump, which is literally no matter what Trump does to anybody in all of human history, time, past, present, future, no matter what, I would absolutely support Trump. So I'm going to get her and ask her this question. What about when Kamala says that she would support the terrorists? Oh, I would think that'd be dumb. I wouldn't support that. And he's like, what? 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 Wait, what?
I think her tariffs, which are in fact a continuation of Biden tariffs, are dumb ideas. I think that we have lots of evidence showing that Americans pay those.
What was the rest of that?
Donald Trump usually causes a stir with what he says. But
What's the point if they have the same tariffs? What's the argument even? One, it's harder to take off a tariff than it is to add a tariff. So it's not the same, number one. Number two, Trump is talking about massively expanding these to generalize tariffs across the entire market for every single trading partner. So it's not even close to the same thing. Okay, and then somebody sent me this. We're just not doing any Hasan bullshit today. No, we will. Okay. Linus is worried for his kids.
Of stuff that, like, not my kids, because they Like, I have access to their watch.
What the fuck are these headphones?
Their watch history. I know what they're watching. But like what their peers are watching.
What if they delete stuff?
They have demonstrated their truthfulness elsewhere where it wouldn't be possible enough. And as far as they know, I can access things they delete. As far as they know, right now.
Why would he speak so cryptically? Can't you just keep logs on your router and just go through the internet traffic on your router at the router level? You wouldn't have to ever have to technically check a device from a child. You could just have those. I'm pretty sure, unless they've changed routers. I don't know, unless that technology doesn't exist, lost technology.
In time, they'll figure things out better, and I won't be able to rely on that. But for now, even in cases where I can't prove it, and where I don't necessarily have the power to know exactly what happened, they have shown themselves to be extremely honest. And I mean that as a parent with my eyes completely wide open, who knows that children are just little humans who lie, cheat, steal, and believe and kill. They're humans. They're just people. They're just smaller.
I'm not saying this to
HTTPS doesn't show queries, so you won't see the videos. Is that true? Can you not see through a router log anymore with HTTPS? Can you not see where traffic is being routed through it, or you can't see requests made anymore? Because you used to be able to pull up router logs and you could just see like what URL everybody on your network was like requesting. The headers are encrypted now? Oh, damn. You can only see domain names? Oh, well, I mean, that would be enough, right? No?
To say that the other ones aren't. I've just spent more time with this one, and he's older. But little man is definitely intelligent and clever enough to figure it out if he wanted to.
And he has bypassed parental controls before, and we have talked about it. And he did get busted, and that's why he thinks that I know, because I did catch him before, and it was a pretty clever workaround that I was not aware of.
Is it bad that I'm like a little proud? We can move on.
Oh man, I actually forget what exactly the workaround was. I think it was that the screen time wasn't counted if you like quickly locked and unlocked the phone or something like that, or like I forget what it was, but it was a pretty clever workaround. But yeah, no, he's at the age now where instead of the conversation being you need to be 100% honest all the time, the conversation is you need to learn the importance of honesty, and you need to be man enough to be honest at times when it's hard. But no, I don't expect you to tell the truth to absolutely everyone in your life 100% of the time.
And eventually you need to learn a lesson that you shouldn't.
Yeah, eventually you're going to need to learn to hold your cards closer to your chest. So he's headed into adolescence, and we've started to have those conversations instead of just, it's like
there's appropriate time.
It's like physics, right? Where you learn the laws of it, and then you learn that
air resistance and
everything you learned was wrong.
Yeah.
And then you learn that everything you learned then was wrong, and then you learn that everything you learned then was wrong, right? Like the early conversations with your kids are, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, as long as you try your best. Well, probably about a year ago, maybe between a year and a half ago, I had to have the first conversation with my son, so it's coming real soon for my eldest daughter, that was like, hey, what I told you, that's actually bullshit. In life, it matters if you win. If you didn't win, you lost. And if you tried really hard, that's hold on. And then you're in like, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, as long as you try your best. It's like
there's appropriate time.
It's like physics, right? Where you learn the laws of it, and then you're in like
air resistance and
everything you learned was wrong.
Yeah.
And then you learn that everything you learned then was wrong, and then you learn that everything you learned then was wrong, right? Like the early conversations with your kids are, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, as long as you try your best. Well, probably about a year ago, maybe between a year and a half ago, I had to have the first conversation with my son, so it's coming real soon for my eldest daughter, that was like, hey, what I told you, that's actually bullshit. In life, it matters if you win. If you didn't win, you lost. And if you tried really hard, you still lost. And I think it was after a tournament or something, and he was like, I was tired, and to make my point, I brought up like someone who lost like a major match, and I was like, hey, look, have you seen this? On the results, it says that the score was this, but this guy was tired. Here, look. And he goes, it doesn't say that. I said, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't say his tummy hurt because nobody cares. At some point, you're going to need to win, and it's not going to matter. Nothing else is going to matter. If you want to win, then you're going to have to leave everything else at the door.
And you can understand.
Man, I so completely and totally disagree with that approach. I think that I feel like winning and losing should be a byproduct of like the other things that you do, not necessarily the goal. Like the goal, even for like an athletic event, the goal should be to perform at the absolute best level you can, right? Unless you're trying to like feed your family or something, I guess. You have to win, then fucking roid up or whatever. But it's like the goal, the victory should be the byproduct of all of the hard work that you put in being the best version of yourself, basically, right? And then that thought should carry through to every other aspect of your life. You're always trying to be the best version of yourself. Effort is always more important than results. The results matter. They're important as well. But like if you're not getting the results you want, I mean, either you suck at that thing, so do something different, which is an important thing that a lot of people don't know sometimes, or change the way that you're, I guess, like improving yourself, right?
As well, like you can basically decide that it's not worth the effort that you know that you might have to put into this thing in order to win. And you can be like, okay, I'm going to accept that I'm at a certain level of casualness with this thing. But if you're like, no, this is my thing, I must win.
Sure.
And it's like,
well, then win.
Yeah. Put in the effort.
So yeah, I think we were also having the conversation about like school as well. It's like, look, you're right, you can get a good enough grade, but at some point you're going to have to decide if good enough is good enough, or if you want to excel. Because like let's be real. our kids have ended up with a really interesting mix of well, their parents, obviously, right? Because that's like how genetics work. And they've got this fascinating sort of spectrum that they sit on between the things that are great about my mind, which is sort of this raw creative dragon energy, and things that are great about Yvonne's mind, which is this spectacular attention to detail. And I think they have a lot of potential, but I think they have a lot of the same challenges that I had and she had, and that she figured out and that I didn't until a lot later. And that's that it's hard to learn to work hard when you don't have to. And Yvonne figured it out when she was still in elementary school. Like when she was
pretty early.
When they started giving out letter grades and she got B's and she was like, "Excuse me, what the fuck?" I thought I was an A student, and kind of cleaned up her act.
Got it.
Whereas for me, I don't know, I cleaned it up in like grade 9, I think, but then I completely fell apart when I started dating. Just not focused. Like flunked out of university, like hard.
I don't think I really got it until I landed at BCIT, because I would get really like touchy about my teachers. Like I had a terrible grade in English for reasons that are probably self-explanatory at this point. Until I got an English teacher. Until I got an English teacher that was just an absolute badass, Mr. Thompson, fantastic. And then my English grade cranked, and I got into AP English out of nowhere. I was like barely passing for my whole life, and then I got a high A, and then AP English the next year.
And then he was a professional writer for a while,
which was a choice. And then, and that was kind of similar for a lot of different things in school. Where like if I had a good teacher, I would get like dialed in and do super well. But if I had a bad teacher, I had this like, well, I don't like that teacher, I'm not going to try, which is stupid.
Panda asks,
made my brain happy.
Hey Linus, have any of your kids displayed ADHD traits? What do you think? I mean, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where it's like neurodivergence, right? And I think that...
Oh, no, he's about to give the take. Oh, God, he's about to give the take. Everybody's different. People just have different tendencies for different things, and I think you just try to overcome it. God, fuck me, dude. I would be a fucking Nobel laureate, peace winner, quantum physics mastered, educated. If I had access to stimulants when I was in high school, instead of waiting until I was 34.
That
if you want to be at a certain level of excellence in certain things, you probably have to be on extremes
somewhere. You're probably on some kind of spectrum of some sort.
Sick.
And it's one of those things where like I've had conversations with people where they're like, okay, yeah, Linus, but I don't feel bad for you because for you, the hyperfocus and sort of the inability to pay attention to one thing for a long time, and you kind of like you go off on these tangents. It's like a superpower. And for me, it's not like that. And it's like, yeah, but at some point you're gonna have to decide if you want to make excuses or if you want to win.
That was a lesson I got from my physics teacher.
Really?
Yeah. I won't name him because not a lot of people are stoked about this lesson, but it was interesting at the time. Where there was someone in class. I have certain. I can't read all that great, but someone in class had some form of learning disability. I don't remember what it was, and it was constant, right? Every single class, when we broke it down to doing work, this person requested help, and the teacher would help them. Never a problem with that.
Yeah.
And then they asked for, I think, something else. It was like a lower required grade to pass the class or something like that. And he drew like an extremely hard line, and he was like, no, because when you leave, this will never be a thing. So like you got to figure it out now. But he's like, I'm here at all times to help.
Yeah.
But like, I can help you after class. I can help you on lunch. I can help you on various other breaks. If you take a spare period, I can help you during that. If I have time, I can potentially help you outside of class. Like I can give you everything, but you have to pass the same bar. And overhearing that, because they were like talking in the corner, right? But you could kind of still hear it. Overhearing that, I was like, okay. I need to kind of shut up about my reading thing and like figure it out.
And to be clear, shut up and figure it out isn't the right way either.
Not always.
Get support, talk to people, get a diagnosis, find resources.
For me, it was the right thing.
Oh, yes, and that's fine. But your path might be totally different.
Very, yeah.
Your path is probably going to be very different.
It might also inform maybe you should do a slightly different thing.
Yeah.
I think our generation was hammered with the, like, everyone can do anything.
You can be anything.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Okay, that's an okay take.
We were told we could be astronauts.
Yeah.
I cannot be an astronaut.
Yeah.
If I had focused every ounce of my being on being an astronaut from the age of 2, I would be no closer to space than I am right now. And that is exactly 5 feet 6 inches off of the Earth. 5'9" if I jump.
Yeah. And I think honestly, that advice was kind of poisonous.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think sometimes recognizing like, okay, I am clearly not good at this thing, even if I like it. Well, there's practical.
Okay, that's very good to know too. Knowing what you excel at, knowing what you don't excel at. What would the argument be for the government to not just give stimulants to everyone from young, even normies, and raise gods? Because there's no evidence that shows that giving stimulants to people that don't have ADHD improves any of their performance whatsoever, other than a placebo feeling of being more productive. But
practically infinite other possibilities in the world. Maybe I should find something else that I like and I can do well.
That was something that I really struggled with
so
too.
many options.
We weren't exposed to that much. At least I wasn't.
Yeah, it was like, do you want to be a tradesperson, a policeman, a firefighter, an astronaut?
Or a teacher. Don't forget
teacher. Yeah.
And like, so I just thought I wanted to be a teacher. And I was like, I don't know, my mom's a teacher.
There's
my
like 5 options.
Stepdad's a teacher. My aunt's a teacher.
Yeah.
Every adult in my life.
Like I just listed all the things.
My teachers are all teachers.
I didn't know what people went to business school for until I was in like high school. I was like, what do you mean? You just do like these things.
Yeah.
Because it's all anyone would ever tell you.
You just have a boss and you just do what they tell you, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like I was, oh, okay. Yeah, you figure it out eventually. But it was a weird time in regards to communication of what like schools and teachers were telling you could do when you grew up.
Dwindlin says, I still don't know what people go to business school for. I think it's for a common sense education, honestly. A lot of what people seem to cover there is just like how to interact with people, how to do basic analysis, how to generate
pretty valuable.
Communication. I know. How to generate a report.
Dude, it's such a huge problem.
How to do a meeting. How to sell. It all comes back
You were
to
talking
how to
earlier
sell.
in the show about how you have to be selling all the time. These are genuinely very valuable things.
Always be closing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conversely, if you find a way to love reading problems. You find a way to love what does work, surrounding yourself with others. Okay, I can't read that properly, but yeah, I mean, there's alternatives to everything, right? Like there's there's a guy who doesn't have any arms and is a race car drifting person. I think he does literally Formula Drift, and he doesn't have arms. He steers the wheel with one of his legs, and then he manages all the pedals with his other leg. Amazing, super sick, made it work. There's routes for sure.
I saw this.
But you also have to understand that was way harder for him than anybody else, and there was no like.
I saw this incredible video of a mom with no arms lifting her baby into a seat and then like out of it and stuff with her legs.
That's so sick.
Just like from a chair position, like being an absolute badass
That's
super
so
mom
sick.
without arms.
But like, yeah. And like, it sucks that that's harder for her for sure. But I think wallowing in self-pity over it isn't going to help. Yeah.
Might help.
No.
Might help.
I don't think so.
It could. You won't know unless you try. Go ahead, try. Let's see if it helps. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. What are we doing?
I just want to make it clear that everything that Luke and I say comes with a little bit of survivorship bias as well. Obviously, we have powered through and succeeded in our respective fields, and so it's easy for us to say, "Hey, this worked. This works great." But I think the most important thing I said was the part where I said, learn about yourself, find yourself, know yourself, seek out a diagnosis, seek out strategies, seek out support, and find your own path.
If the path that you're on isn't working, understand that you can almost certainly find another path. I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's like there's things that I wanted to do when I was growing up that I was able to self-recognize, like, this just isn't a good route for me.
And there's ways to win that are not being an astronaut. Yeah. And that's okay. You don't have to win that hard.
Dude, the need for, oh man, if you get into, as far as I can tell, literally any trade in BC, you will just kill it.
Oh yeah.
My goodness, you will destroy. Like it's.
And not all of them are like excruciating pain and like requiring a ton of strength. Like
there's a lot of tools that are coming out that can help assist with that type of stuff in really cool ways.
Like if you don't like getting dirty, being an electrician, if you
well, some of them still get dirty.
Okay, some of them still get dirty, but there's definitely a lot of jobs where you don't get as dirty. Like you don't have to do residential plumbing repair. Like there's lots of trades. Is the point that I'm trying to make here.
There's tons.
Hold on, there's something here that I thought was really funny. Say the Path says, I can't help but feel like they're talking directly to me.
Sorry, 1987 Dadson in full plane chat said, I'm a lineman in the States and I make over $200K a year. The trades are the way. I didn't even go to college. $200K a year US.
Yeah, that's like real money.
Woo! Yeah, like I don't know. There's routes. There's routes. A lot of like people troll garbage men all the time. Dude, they make cash.
Yeah.
And a lot of the garbage routes, this was
you mean sanitation professional.
Sure, whatever. A lot of the sanitation professional routes, as far as I've heard, are based on completion, not time. So you'll notice how they often work really fast.
Oh yeah.
They get paid the same.
Right.
So you get a team of people that are going to hustle, and they finish this 8-hour route in like 5.5. Then you just have the whole rest of the day off, and you didn't lose any income. Kind of a sick job. Like, cool.
And then if you're a hustler, go start a side hustle in that extra 2.5 hours every day.
And then you're just making major bank. I don't know. There's a lot of really cool options, like legitimately really cool options. Especially I find if you look at jobs that are like less traditionally attractive, because then there usually isn't as much competition.
Okay, base. All right.